This is now the third time that this company provides a battery for testing. And without a doubt, the first two batteries were from very high quality. I really recommend these batteries from this manufacturer. And this is now the last in a series of 3 different batteries here, available in Australia from this manufacturer. Whoa. Double box. It takes a bit of effort to remove these handles here because they are going through both of the boxes. Communication interface cable, printed manual, bus bar screws and terminal covers. Battery inspection report. Pass. Nice. I really like this one here. No other manufacturer includes a battery inspection report. It is signed. And all this impressed me already when we tested their first battery. Wow. Exactly for these heavy loads, we've got the battery crane here in the off-grid garage. Makes it so easy to lift up these batteries. It's good for your back, it's good for your joints, it's good for the video. Question is, where do we put it now? So this is just for testing purposes. We put this battery here on top of the Frankenstein. I know, it is just for the test. It is just for this half an hour. Goodness me. Calm down, it is all good. Okay? Just for the test. Then I'll take it off again. Guys, welcome back to the off-grid garage here in... Not one single cloud today. Nothing. Zero. Nada. Yes, we are in sunny hot Australia. We've got 0 amps outside, but we are fully charged. We are absorbing for quite a while now, and everything is balanced. Look at this. 8 millivolt deviation at 56.9 volts. Huh? The JK? Once again, the JK did it. I'll show you the result of the other 2 BMSs in a future video. But today we want to have a look at the Orient Power, at the Jakiper battery, the 3rd model in a row of series of amazing batteries. We have tested the 100 ampere hour Pro battery from Jakiper first, and then also the brand new 230 ampere hours with 11.7 kilowatt hours capacity, and this massive circuit breaker and main switch at the front. And both of these batteries here shine through excellent workmanship, outstanding technology and a great BMS. And today we want to have a look at the 100 ampere hour 51.2 volt wall mounted battery from Jaki. Yeah, this is the so-called Powerwall. I'm not sure if they can call it Powerwall, but this is not a servo rack battery like the other 2 we have tested already. This is a battery which you can hang on your wall. This is a wall-mounted battery, so it mounts to this carrier here on the wall. It's very easy to do. The battery also comes with these very handy bottom handles, and for easy installation it has also these side handles with spring mechanism. So I'll take this off again now, and it's all good, right? It wasn't that bad, was it? The Jakiper Powerwall has a white lid and a black wave design, so it looks really nice when it hangs on the wall. And the underside of the Jaki Powerwall comes with a power button, 2 negative, 2 positive M8 terminals, 125 amp DC circuit breaker, a reset button, the ADS switch for paralleling these batteries, 2 dry contact terminals, and the usual communication ports RS485 and CAN for your inverter communication, the RS232 for your computer communication, and 2 more RS485 ports for paralleling these batteries. And of course, Jaki has used the Pace BMS in this battery as well. So the Jaki Powerwall is 100% compatible with all the other Jakiper batteries and also with the Global Power batteries. They're all using the same Pace BMS technology, talk to each other, connect to the Victron system or to your inverter and work beautifully. And the lid also comes with some screws. Like what we have seen in the other batteries from Jaki as well, there is actually a schematic inside the battery. So you can see the connection of the battery cells and also the BMS. And here you can also see that the circuit breaker is actually in the positive line, not in the negative like in other batteries. And the first impression again, a very clean and organized setup and installation. We've got the BMS up here. Circuit breaker in the bottom which terminates your positive line, communication board down there, parallel bus bars for the positive and negative terminals, and they are using double 7-gauge wire. And the 7-gauge wire is around 10.5 square millimeter, and 10 square millimeter is able to carry around 54 amps. Times 2 makes 108, and we have a 125 amp circuit breaker in here. These are super fine stranded silicon cables and they can carry a lot more current than the normal cables these tables are made for. So here from a pure cabling and safety perspective, thumbs up. There's also another metal shroud here which covers the cells. So this is actually the same setup, the same design, same installation, same parts as in the 100 ampere hour, as in the Jakiper 100 ampere hour server rack battery. It looks pretty much exactly the same. Cell number 1 starts at the main negative. I have used again flexible bus bars. All the cells are compressed. We've got this metal duct running across the cells carrying all the balance cables, which makes this a very nice and clean look again. And we can see all the terminal screws are torqued and checked. See this little red mark there? On all the bolts, someone checked it. Super nice and clean setup and design here. I'm a big fan of the Jakiper battery workmanship and quality. Let's check what cells they have used this time. As always, we're using the lithium iron phosphate battery QR scanner, link down under the video. Let's see if we can catch one of these. Oh yes, here it is. So we are using again the EVE Power 04Q. Lithium iron phosphate LF100L6C. What does that mean? Does it mean we can pull 6C from this battery? No, can't. 100 ampere hour capacity, 320 watt hours of energy. Production date is the 12th of February 23. And as always, the battery is sitting here for a couple of months already. So when I received this Powerwall, the batteries were around 4 months old. So that's pretty good. And also, they are coming from the Jingman factory. It looks like they have only one factory and everything is coming from the Jingman factory. Is that true? Have they got only one location to produce these battery cells? And as far as I can remember, in the Jaki battery, the server rack battery, they have used EVE LF105 battery cells. But here, these are LF100. So we are using slightly different battery cells, and they may have a variation in chemistry as well. So the goop inside these cells here could be different from the Jaki battery we have tested before. Okay guys, I'm really sorry, but we are close to sunset now, and it is BO o'clock. So I have to go, and I'll be coming back later. I will have an ice cold spat right now. Thank you very much for all your donations. I really appreciate it. The ice cold spat is what makes these videos possible. Yeah, it is true. I have now connected the Jaki Powerwall to our other Jaki batteries, to the 100 ampere hour, 230, and also to the Global Power battery. But this is only for the capacity test in the next video, when we do a full charge, a full discharge, and see how much ampere hours, how much kilowatt hours we actually get out of this battery. But tonight we want to just have a quick look at the BMS, and also I want to show you how to connect this battery here to all the other batteries in terms of communication. Super easy. You won't believe it. So we're just checking the circuit breaker is off, so there's actually no current going in or out. We will test this out tomorrow. Alright, then let's turn on the BMS. Display comes on. We do the menu enter. Gives us 51.38 pack voltage. We go all the way down. Have a look, we are at 43.56% state of charge. The rated capacity is 103.5 ampere hours, remaining 45 ampere hours. Okay, I'll show you something pretty cool. So here in the Victron remote console, we can see the master BMS, which is the top Jaki battery at the moment. This is where our BMS CAN cable plugs into the Victron system. And we have 3 batteries online. There's this one, and this one down here. And you may remember from a past video when we have set this all up here, we have changed the ADS, the dip switches here accordingly. So this is battery number 1, this is our master. This is our battery number 2. See, dip switch number 2 is on. And down here, the Global Power battery is our battery number 3, which has dip switch number 1 and 2 on. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So battery number 3. If we now want to connect another battery, we need to set the dip switch accordingly to number 4. And this is number 4. It is just the third dip switch to on, which has the value 4. So we've got now 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we can just take a normal LAN cable, connect this here to the RS485. And now we can connect this to any free RS485 port here on our battery system. So we've got one free here down here at the Global Power BMS, or we got another one free here at the master BMS at the top. So if you plug this into the top, for example, we should see that 4 batteries are online at some stage. Ah, there it comes. It has recognized all 4 batteries, and we can also see the lowest cell voltage is in our battery number 4, which is this Powerwall here. It is cell number 12 with 3.202 volts. But you can also plug in this LAN cable here down to the Global Power battery. It doesn't matter, it will pick it up as well. There it is, 4 batteries online. So you can actually mix these connections here between these batteries as you want. It doesn't matter. As long as your dip switches, your ADS switches are correctly set, it'll work. The master BMS will recognize that and communicate with all the other batteries then. All right, then plug in our RS232 cable. And this is the cable which is in the box as well, delivered with the battery, goes to your adapter, and then plugs into a USB port on your computer. Okay, we open the BMS Tools software, change our COM ports to COM9, in my case RS232, and you can see it has already recognized it is address number 4. If I plug this cable into any of the other batteries now, it will actually update this field here with the correct address of this specific battery. So you click on open, starts the communication. We can see the voltage here, 44%, 103.5 is the full capacity. 50 millivolt deviation, that is all good. Okay, let's go into parameters here, click on read all, and immediately you can see the cell over voltage protection is a bit high, 3.7, it should be 3.65. So let's change this immediately. These are just the default settings the Pace BMS comes with, and you always need to check the cell over voltage protection as well as the cell under voltage protection, which is on 2.5 here, which is correct. 58.4, 53.2 at the lower end. We've got 105 amps. Alarm, 110 is the protection, and the same for the discharge. Balanced start voltage, 3.5. And the pack full charge voltage is 56 volts. So you can actually run the whole battery with these default parameters here, settings, and it will be fine, it will be working. I just would set this one here to 3.65 instead of 3.7. Ah, by the way, I had a look at the video when we tested the Jaki battery with 100 ampere hours, the server rack battery, a couple of weeks ago. And I thought we've got EVE LF 105 ampere hour batteries in there, but no, I was totally wrong. It is exactly the same cells as we have here in the Powerwall now. It is the LF 100L, I think. I put this here on the screen. So exactly the same setup, same BMS, same cells, same configuration, same design. Just you hang this one on the wall, while the other one is a server rack or a stackable battery. Okay, we do a read here on the protocol as well. Yeah, it sits on pylon tech, but you can change this easily here to Victron or to any other inverter, whatever you have at home. Then click on write. So I changed this one here to Victron for my system. Click on write. And now we have already changed the inverter protocol for this battery. It doesn't really matter in this case because our CAN cable is not plugged into this Powerwall battery. It is still plugged into another battery which has the correct settings for communicating with my Victron system. So in this case, as a slave battery, it doesn't really matter what kind of protocol you are choosing here. Okay, this was just a very quick glimpse here at the BMS. No surprises here. It is a Pace BMS which sits on standard configuration and parameters. So in tomorrow's video, I want to fully charge this battery then, and then we do a capacity test. And we also want to have a look at the consistency of these cells here. When we charge the battery up to close to 100%, we should see a voltage difference here increasing then. And this gives us a good idea of how well these batteries are balanced, how well they are matched. So, and then after fully charging the battery, we will do a full capacity test then again, dump all this energy into the Tesla, measure the ampere hours and also the kilowatt hours we get out of this Powerwall. Okay, I guess this concludes our video for tonight. Having a first look at the Orion Power or the Jaki Powerwall battery, 51.2 volts and 100 ampere hours, around 5 kilowatt hours. What does it say here? 5.1. It says 5.1 in there, yeah. And I'm a super big fan of this design of the Powerwall here. I like these round curves here very much. Beautiful design with a white lid and this wavy black line. And I think these Powerwalls look amazing here if you have several of them in parallel next to each other. And then you have a conduit running all the way across all these batteries and feeding the cables all in. It makes a very nice and clean installation with these batteries. I'm also a very big fan of this interior design and build. We've got the 100 amp Pace BMS here with a 20 amp current limiter down here. Compression plate compresses all the cells, flexible bus bars, super clean installation with these metal ducts. So the Jaki Powerwall is actually in line in terms of quality with the other two Jaki batteries we have tested before here on the channel. And I really like the consistency of the quality of these batteries here. Some people haven't got the time, haven't got the tools, haven't got the knowledge to build their own batteries. And that's why I'm making these videos here about these pre-assembled batteries from time to time as well. To give everyone an option to either build the batteries themselves or buy one of these pre-assembled batteries. And guys, I could also negotiate a discount code for all these batteries for you here. 8% off for any of these batteries. So any of these incredible batteries from Jakiper, the Powerwall, the 100 ampere hour and the 230 ampere hour battery here are in stock in the warehouse here in Australia. So very low flat rate shipping costs. You pay only once, regardless how many batteries you order. And of course, a very quick delivery. Nothing comes from China. It's here in Australia already. And the same is for the location in Europe and the North America as well. Batteries are in stock and will reach you very quickly. The first 8 orders of each location will get the 8% off. Well, everyone else afterwards gets still 5% off, so. But better be quick if you're interested in these batteries. All the information and links are down under the video. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your amazing support here. Thanks for all these bat donations. I have calibrated one today. Thank you very much to all these wonderful and beautiful people. And of course, thank you very much to everyone else as well for being here on the channel and being part of the best community ever. So guys, until the next video, you stay charged, stay safe, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye bye. There it is, the Jaki Powerwall. Pretty cool. So if you're interested, check out the links down below.